It's the countdown to tip-off. Back to the Osage Indians pregame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
And welcome, everyone, to another presentation of School of the Osage High School Sports. I am Craig Allen alongside Steve Adams, Wild Wild West on the camera, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio as we are here at School of the Osage High School. Get set to watch the School of the Osage Indians take on the Hallsville Indians in a conference and district matchup here tonight. School of the Osage coming off a hard-fought loss to the Mexico Bulldogs last Friday night, Steve, where Osage actually took a 1-point lead into the final quarter of play until Mexico dominates the fourth quarter and walks that lead away from the Indians, handing Osage their second straight loss. Osage looking to turn that around and avoid the three-game skid here tonight.
Yeah, if you give up 27 points in your final quarter of play, it's going to be a hard win that night. With this final, that quarter score is 27-17. When you look beyond the big number of a final score of 76-65, we were down in transition points by 13, down in points off turnovers by 14. We did win the board battle, the rebound battle by 12, down in assists, down in deflections, down in steals, and plus 10 in turnovers. You put all that together, that's just a hard game to win. And that one stung a little bit going home for sure, because they had worked so hard to put themselves in position to start that fourth quarter to be in a place to get a W that night. And well, I tell you what, the Bulldogs just had their way with us in that last 8 minutes.
A big night for Blake Harrison, though, as he had 31 points, and according to our huddle stats, 19 rebounds. A tremendous game for the senior. Harrison, 31 and 19, as he attempted to lead Osage to a victory on Friday. But this is just one of many great games Harrison has had this season for School of the Osage. Honestly, Steve, if we're being pretty blunt about it, Harrison's been looking for some kind of help from the outside, but outside shooting has been an issue for the Indians here as of late.
Yeah, what a surprise to score 31 points, 19 boards, and then realize, hey, we lost that game. How did that happen? I talked to the young man out in the Commons just a little bit ago, and I asked him, hey, man, that's quite the stat line. Did you know you had like 19 boards? You know, that's not a stat you're tracking during the game. You're probably tracking your points. You probably know how many points you score, but he had no idea he had 19 boards. He was kind of surprised, hey, it just stacked up so quickly, and you look back after the game, and you're like, wow, that's impressive. So hopefully, you know, we can see that same effort tonight and same results. I'm anxious to see how the Hallsville Indians respond here, because, you know, a lot of teams have been really playing tight on Jackson Long and trying to keep him from being a game changer. But when you look at our previous game and the impact that Harrison had on that, I feel like the Hallsville Indians have to be prepared for that. They have to do something about that. Can they stop both? I think that's a tall task.
Well, could you blame Hallsville if they wanted to shut down Jackson Long tonight? If you remember last year's game against Hallsville, the final game of the regular season, or excuse me, the conference season for School of the Osage, Jackson Long went off. A big night for him as he had the big game for the Indians from downtown, from everywhere that night, and that helped lead the Osage Indians to a victory and eventually a Tri-County Conference championship that night.
Yeah, for sure. You know they're going to be looking for a revenge win here tonight, a game that we won by 13, and a special game for so many reasons. You know, really, I would say we were the underdog in that game, and we needed that game to win conference, and that's against a team last year. They went 21-6, the Hallsville Indians did. So they had a special season. So to get that win on their court in such a special way was I'm just glad we were there and got to celebrate with the fans and the families and all of that. So you're right. I'm sure they say not again from Jackson Long, but you got to pick your poison here against these Osage Indians.
The rankings I was sent in the pregame showed Class 4 having 95 teams within it. Tonight will be a ranking according to these, which use all offensive and defensive stats and then turns it into like a mathematical equation. Hallsville, number 23 in Class 4 in Missouri. Osage, number 25 in Class 4 in Missouri. So pretty evenly matched as far as team stats and point stats and all these other metrics go. So we'll see who comes out on top tonight, the Indians or, well, the Indians. As we get set for the national anthem, we'll take a break, come back with the starting lineups and opening tip-off after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Custom railing stairs that gleam, awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985, they lead the game.
Bounce back with the Orange and Black at American Sun Control. Mention the Orange and Black and receive 10% off American Sun Control's awnings and railings this basketball season. A proud supporter of our local schools.
American Sun Control. Made for you. Yeah.
This is Anna Marie Hopkins with Smarter Move Real Estate Group, powered by Ozark Realty. Now is the time to make the smarter move, and let me help you with your real estate needs. Whether you are buying or selling at the Lake of the Ozarks or anywhere in mid-Missouri, call me, Anna Marie, at 573-544-3587. I can prove there's a smarter move.
She can prove there's a smarter move.
This President's Day, celebrate real savings at Big O Tires. For a limited time, buy 3 Big O brand tires and get the 4th one free during the Big O Tires President's Day sale. That's 4 dependable tires for the price of 3. Designed for better traction, a smoother ride, and confidence on every mile. Upgrade your ride with tires you can count on. This deal won't last. So visit your locally owned and operated Big O Tires today and keep more presidents in your pocket this President's Day. This flu season isn't messing around. Per the CDC, it's the worst in 25 to 30 years. But it's not too late to protect yourself. Join the Flu Vaccine Clinic February 12th from 5 to 7 p.m. at COMC next to Hy-Vee. These free vaccines are available for patients 6 months and older. Get vaccinated and stay healthy. Plus, you'll be entered to win 2 tickets to a 2026 concert at Ozarks Amphitheater. It's quick, easy, and convenient.
COMC, the healthy place to be.
Back to Osage Indians basketball on Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, getting set for Hallsville and School of the Osage as starting lineups being introduced, brought to you by Eagle Stop and Geyer Oil. And starting lineup's already been introduced for the Hallsville Indians. Steve for School of the Osage.
Oh, I love it every time. The house lights are down, the spotlight is on, the cheerleaders got their pom-poms with the lights embedded in there. We got the Blake Show, senior Blake Harrison starting tonight. We have the gunslinger, junior Jackson Long. We have the magician, senior Maverick Trusty. We got the Iceman, senior Brady Clark. And we've got attorney at ball, senior Luke Wolf, starting for your School of the Osage Indians.
Impressive job getting the numbers right with those pom-poms. Now, does your daughter work on that at home, Steve?
Oh, wait, she helps me. I help her.
You grab the pom-poms?
I help her.
I
it's hard for 2 people to get both numbers, but,
That's true.
It's whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
That's commitment that you'll only find right here on Cool 102.7 and the MoSportsZone.com stream. Heard a rumor that YouTube is down tonight across the board. So if you get a chance, the stream is still up live at MoSportsZone.com. And it's live at the KQUL Cool 102.7 Facebook page. But people are struggling to access it via YouTube. So if you're looking for an alternative to watch the game tonight, you can find it at MoSportsZone.com and on the Cool 102.7 Facebook page. As this one is officially underway, and School of the Osage will start with the basketball here tonight. Maverick will have it. And Hallsville out in some man-to-man defense here early on. Mav will go into the block to Harrison. Harrison working underneath, finds himself behind the backboard. Long gets it on the wing, comes off a screen, working baseline, looking for Wolf out on the wing. He has it. Hands it back off to Long. Long off a screen, finds Wolf on the baseline. Wolf picks up his dribble, finds Clark. 14-footer for Brady up and in. Good ball movement there for the Indians. And 2-0 right off the bat. Osage out in front.
Love the patience the Indians, as in Osage Indians, showed in that possession.
But back the other way, right to the basket, goes Keelan Dorman. And he gets the answer to tie this one up at 2.
Don't love the defense I saw on the other end.
Maverick on the wing, 3-pointer up, rims around, doesn't fall, a rebound goes right to Rhodes. And he'll bring it up. Now hands it off on the wing. 15-footer up on the baseline, that's Tatum Brayman. And a timeout on the floor by Coach Henshaw. 1 minute into this first quarter.
That's a quick one for it. Might be a record. Earliest timeout called in a game this year.
Of course, right, this is probably the busiest time of the season for us and School of the Osage. A game tonight at home against Hallsville. Thursday night, we will be in Eldon to take on the Mustangs. Friday night, we will be in Wardsville to take on the Blair Oaks Falcons. And then the subsequent Monday night, we'll be heading up to Boonville to take on the Pirates, and then the regular season finale next Tuesday night, a week from tonight at home against the Camdenton Lakers. That is 5 games in a 7-day span for School of the Osage.
Hey, if you like basketball, you got to love this.
4-2, Osage calling a timeout here, a minute into the first quarter. Maverick will control it for the Indians, hands it off to Long, over to Harrison. Harrison hands it off to Clark, gets a screen over to Maverick, finds Harrison on the block, pump fakes, hit from behind. It looked like he got blocked by Rhodes, and the rebound got knocked right to Jenkins. Now coming back the other way, this is Jenkins with it, working in. Maverick with a good defense across with the help defense, and then comes down with the board. He's quickly picked up by Brahman. Comes across the timeline, gets a screen from Harrison. Picks up his dribble, goes inside to Wolf. That pass tip, knocked away. Stolen by Gabe Jenkins, the junior. Hands it over. On the wing, Keelan Dorman goes right to the basket for the right-hand layup.
Dorman looking special here in these first few possessions. He definitely has the ability to elevate right at the rim.
Senior-laden team for this Hallsville Indians squad as Luke Wolf gets down on the block and puts it up off the backboard, up and in.
Got to use that backboard. It is your friend, I hear.
It is the backboard. 6-4, Osage down by 2. Ball goes in the corner. Three-pointer up. Weak side rebound down to Long. Now he wants to move. Osage has numbers. Hands it off to Maverick. He goes right to the basket. He's fouled. Layup is no good, but Maverick will go to the line for 2 free throws.
First foul of the night called on Dorman, it looks like.
Yeah, kind of a hard foul, too, there, as Maverick is looking to get the finger roll layup. But Dorman's contact, make sure that doesn't happen. First free throw good from Maverick, though. 5:46 left to go here in the first quarter, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance. 6-5 on the scoreboard. One more free throw coming up for Mav. Second free throw rims around and falls. Ties this one up at 6. Hallsville with the basketball. Dorman, right to left, into the lane, kicks it out in the corner. Now swung around, up top, into the lane. Hands it off to Rhodes. Rhodes, reverse layup, good.
All of that action there really created by Dorman, kind of penetrating into that lane right off the bat, and just opening up opportunities from there.
Now he's trying to get the steal over there on the sideline, knocks the ball out of bounds, stays with the Indians. Sideline inbound coming up. Ball goes into Clark. He'll fake the handoff, goes away from the screen, picks up his dribble, tries to hand it off to Wolf. Miscommunication, ball goes right to Jenkins. Jenkins gives it back behind the defense, and Dorman slams it home.
Score 10-6 in favor of the Hallsville Indians.
Harrison puts a shot up on the rim, trying to draw some contact, couldn't get it to go. Rhodes down with the rebound. Hallsville looking to add to their lead here. They're on a 4-0 run to make it 10-6 right now. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in this first quarter. Miscommunication on the switch there. Ball swung up top into the lane, hands it off to Rhodes once again, and he's hit across the arm as he's going up. And it's going to be 2 free throws coming up for the Indians of Hallsville.
Putting that one on Jackson Long, his first of the night.
Abraham Rhodes at the free throw line.
That's a good, strong name, Abraham Rhodes.
Senior's first free throw is no good. Second free throw is good, makes it a 5-point game, 11-6, 4:50 left to go here in the first quarter. Harrison with it up top, hands it off to Long. He'll step into a triple off the screen. Back iron, no good, long rebound out. Dorman controls it for Hallsville. He'll bring it past the timeline, picked up by Clark. Spins into the lane, goes right at the defender, no good. Shot off the rim, Harrison has the rebound. Now that ball tipped, knocked away, and stolen. And in a dunk attempt, winds up being a layup for Hallsville. But just taking the ball away from Harrison and going right to the basket with it. Now a layup from Maverick, no good. Offensive rebound put back by Harrison. Had to fight for that one, but makes it 13-8, a 5-point game here in the first. This is Brahman with it, swung around. Andy Jenkins with it, the lone junior on the baseline. Nice floater from him, puts it back at 7, 15-8. Slow start here for School of the Osage. Been some costly turnovers, and Hallsville has taken advantage of it. Long, a long three on the wing, rims around and falls for Jackson. Makes it a 4-point game after that triple, 15-11. Dorman with it. Swings it over to Gabe Jenkins. Now Dorman back with it. Hallsville a reset. Rhodes trying to work on the inside. Now he'll set a screen for Harrison.
Ooh, Rhodes wide open down low.
Again, yeah, miscommunication on whether or not a switch is occurring there. Luke Wolf has to come over with the help defense. Shots no good. Brady Clark with the rebound. Good job by Wolf there. Clark going right to the basket. Finger roll off the rim. Wolf fights for the rebound and has it. Hands it off to Harrison. Harrison goes into the contact, and they're going to call a blocking foul, but say it's on the floor, so a baseline inbound coming up for School of the Osage.
Putting that one on Jenkins, his first of the night.
3:08 left to go here in the first quarter, brought to you by Rock Island Insurance.
We got Willoughby, Wall, and Marshall coming on the floor for Wolf, Clark, and it looks like Trusty. Hallsville up, 15-11.
Off the inbound, Harrison, reverse layup, an athletic move there. A very tough angle and pretty far away from the basket, but gets it to go off the backboard.
Just like you do in warm-ups, right?
Dorman with it, goes away from the screen. Picked up by Marshall up top. He hands it off to Brahman. Brahman into the lane. Good help defense there from Wall. He defends the shot. Harrison has the rebound. Gives it over to Marshall. Marshall is swatted out of the gym by Dorman. And Marshall, usually a good finisher at the rim, this time gets that one knocked away for a baseline inbound for the Osage Indians.
He didn't get the opportunity to use the backboard there.
No,
that
he
was
didn't.
just not going to happen.
Off the inbound, Long gets it, rims off, no good. Rebound tipped out, and then controlled by Jenkins. He gets a step on everybody back the other way, throws it off the rim, no good on the layup. Marshall with the rebound, kicks it up ahead to Long. Osage has numbers. Long dribbles in, 14-footer, back iron, no good. Rebound, Wall has it, and then just off his hands, right to Jenkins. Gives it over to Dorman. Hallsville may want to slow it down here. No, Dorman working baseline. He's going right at Ethan Wall, and he's fouled and will go to the line for two.
Ethan Wall with his first of the night. Dorman with 7 on the night. We've talked about just our ability to make some guards look pretty good offensively. And Dorman's off to a good start right here. You can tell he's an athletic young man who can really elevate when he gets to the paint. He knocks them both down. He's got 8 now, 17-13 in favor of Hallsville.
I don't think Dorman needs a lot of help looking good. He seems like a pretty talented basketball player out there.
Well, he and I have that in common, I guess.
Harrison shot no good. Weak side rebound down by Ethan Wall, back up and in. Luke Pesley's checked in. He's a big body on the interior. Dorman, a long three up on the wing, doesn't touch anything. Out of bounds, back the other way we go.
Dorman hearing it from the Osage students there, letting them know.
Got him, Steve. We got him. 17-15, 1:45 left to go here in the first. Harrison with it, hands it off to Long. Long off the screen, dribbles in, finds Wall underneath. Wall puts a shot up on the rim. I think that might have been blocked by Pesley, and he hands it off to Dorman. Good opportunity there for the Indians, just could not get it to go. Now on the inside, Pesley running into Wall, and that's going to be a jump ball.
Staying with Hallsville, it looks like.
And that might have been a confrontation, Steve, we saw on the football field earlier this year. I can't remember, but Pesley and Wall, definitely two kids who might have met up on the gridiron. Off the inbound, shot goes up from Brahman from way downtown. He gets it to go and lets the Osage crowd know about it.
Shooting that from Jackson Long territory.
Wall on the inside. He goes right at Pesley and comes back with an answer at the rim.
2017 in favor of Hallsville. 1 minute left, just a little 1 minute and change here.
Dorman goes right to the basket. He takes the contact, finishes the layup, and he'll go to the line for one more.
That gives him double digits. Who are we going to put that foul on? Is it going to be Wall?
Yeah.
It is indeed. That's his second of the night. He won't be out there much longer, I don't think. We got Luke Wolf and Maverick Trusty getting ready to check in when they get an opportunity here.
Things getting a little chippy out here, Steve. A couple players exchanging some words and some disrespect after some made shots. I think the referees just had a conversation with a couple kids. I wish they'd come up here and talk to you.
I could show them some things. Is that what you mean?
Disrespect? Yes, I believe that. Free throw good from Dorman. Don't get choked up on me now. Maverick goes right at Pesley. Can't get the shot to fall. Fight for the rebound is a jump ball. It'll stay here with Osage. So Maverick going right at the big guy. I like that idea there. Just could not get that layup to fall. Baseline inbound. Will it be the trigger man? Off the inbound. Luke Wolf gets it. He backs in. Spin move. And I think he got hit on the arm there, so he's going to go to the line.
Putting that foul on Geisler. That's his first of the night for Hallsville.
I think he just checked in.
Well, he's now in the stat book. Well done, young man.
There are easier ways to do that.
That's how I always got in the stat book.
Offensive. Pesley will take a seat. Just a sophomore, that big drink of water is. Second free throw from Wolf, no good, but Maverick has the rebound. He pulls it back out, gives it over to Willoughby. Back to Maverick. He'll step into a triple on the wing. Right iron, no good. Rebound falls right into the hands of Hank Heller. Now there's a name. Back the other way comes Hallsville. Spin move on the baseline by Brahman, and tough floater up and over the defense.
Brahman with double digits here. He's got 10.
Marshall with it, back out to Maverick. Under 30 seconds to go here. Maverick dribbles in, can't get it to go. Luke Wolf has the rebound, lost a handle on it. Ball on the deck, controlled by Heller. Now ball still on the deck. They're going to call a jump ball, but it'll stay here with Hallsville. 25-17, 19 seconds left to go in the quarter. Couple substitutions on the floor for Hallsville. Tatum Brahman will bring it up. He's also just a sophomore. 10 seconds left. Marshall up on him.
Look at that, picking his pocket.
Marshall knocks it away. Harrison can't track it back in time as Marshall tried to kick it up ahead. That pass was tipped, but that's how the first quarter comes to a close. 25-17 after one. We'll take a break. Come back with the start of the second after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Unlock your future with Columbia College, where education works around your life. Earn certificates through master's degrees 100% online with no extra fees and no book costs. Move faster with accelerated 4- and 8-week sessions, plus personalized support and lifelong career resources every step of the way. This is Danielle King, Director of Columbia College, Lake of the Ozarks. Take the next step toward your goals. Apply now at apply.ccis.edu or call 573-348-6463.
The season's over, and it's a great time to inspect your dock for any damage. Dam Steel and CWD Supply have everything you'll need to get your dock back to like-new condition. From cables and clamps to bumpers and structural integrity, they've got you covered. Make sure your dock is ready before another season takes a toll. Located right on D Road in Osage Beach. Stop by or call them today. Dam Steel and CWD Supply, your trusted steel and dock people since 1982. Don't wait. Schedule your dock inspection now. Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians Basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, where after 8 minutes, Osage is down by 8, 25-17 to the Hallsville Indians. As Steve tries to figure out who has what in the scorebook here.
We're good. I can tell you this. Osage has got to change the trajectory, got to change the narrative here. You can't give up 25 points here in a quarter and expect to win a ball game. This is a team that scores about 61 points a game, and we've already given up 25 to them.
Marshall goes to the rim again, and once again blocked by Dorman on his way there, so baseline inbound coming up. Off the inbound, they say off of Hallsville as they try to get it into Maverick. Once again, it'll stay here, but now a more difficult inbound situation, Steve. The difficulty rating is spiked on this inbound.
Clark and Long back on the floor for Marshall and Harrison. Yeah, that's right in the corner here, isn't it? Attorney of Ball's got a task. Making it look easy.
Yeah, it's simple. Now Jackson to Maverick. Maverick off a screen, pulls up, 10-footer, back iron, no good. Rhodes has the rebound. Rhodes hands it off to Brahman.
Hallsville with a 5-0 run here.
Now Rhodes finds Dorman. Here comes a double team, back to Rhodes. Over to Dorman, wide open on the wing. Three-pointer up, front iron, no good. Rebound tipped out. Dorman's going to collect it for Hallsville. They'll reset here. On the wing, three-pointer up, no good. Brady Clark has the board for the Indians this time. Gives it over to Willoughby. Willoughby behind his back, no one near him. He'll step into a triple on the wing. Front iron, rims off, no good. Rebound comes down to Gabe Jenkins. Now Jenkins up ahead to Dorman, swung over to Heller. Heller slips into the lane and finishes at the rim to make it a 10-point game, 27-17. This is Wolf handing off to Long. Long looking for help, gives it back to Wolf. Swung over to Maverick, up top to Clark. Clark going right at Heller, now finds Long in the corner. Long picks up his dribble, needs help, back over to Wolf. Wolf dribbles in, finds Long with a reverse layup at the rim, can't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to Hallsville. 6:23 left to go here in the second. My goodness. Brahman goes right to the rim and tries to dunk it over Brady Clark. Does not get it to fall. Ball goes out of bounds back to Osage.
Brahman needs a cape if he's going to be doing that. I'm not sure where he took off, but it looked like it was well in front of the rim there. Got a hold of rim, but couldn't get it to fall.
I've been there. Long gets it in the corner, steps on the sideline, turnover back to Hallsville. .605 left to go here in the second. 10-point advantage. Hallsville with the basketball, looking to extend that. Rhodes fakes the handoff to Dorman. Now tries to back in Luke Wolf. Ball's going to be swung around, up top, three-pointer up, back iron, no good. Rebound tipped out, tracked down by Brahman. He gives it up top to Dorman. Now Rhodes with it. Hands it off. Layup at the rim, no good. Didn't use backboard, and Dorman can't come down with it. Now back the other way. Long will pull up, take the triple, back iron, no good. Rebound comes off to Dorman. Dorman behind his back. Now goes to Brahman. Brahman pull up, 4-footer on the wing. Rims off, no good. Weak side rebound. Rhodes is there. Push shot back on the rim. Doesn't fall. Rebound being tipped around, knocked around. Off the hands, out of bounds, off Osage. Stays here with Hallsville.
Giving up second chance opportunities here on this possession. Don't like to see it here.
Willoughby takes a seat as Blake Harrison checks in. 5:19 left to go here in this second quarter, brought to you by American Sun Control. Off the inbound, Rhodes kicks it out in the corner to Heller. Heller working against Maverick. Osage sticking with their 2-3 zone. Rhodes has it up top, dribbles in, tries to back Harrison in. On the block, reverse layup off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Blake. Blake will push it up now, kicks it up ahead to Long. Long trying to go inside to Luke Wolf, can't quite do it. Dorman comes down the lane, and he looked like he wanted to collect it and go up. I thought Harrison got it pretty cleanly to knock the ball away, but they called a foul on Harrison.
His first of the night. Putting Dorman at the line. 27-17.
First free throw good from Dorman. Free throw rims around and falls, make it a 12-point game, 29-17 here in the second. 4:57 left to go. Long with it up top, got Dorman on him. Clark trying to work backdoor. No, goes inside to Harrison. Now here comes the double team, the triple team. Blake looking for help. Look like they're going to give him a push foul. That's Brody Brown. A lot of good names on this Hallsville team.
Brown's first foul of the night.
Baseline inbound. Three-pointer up by Long. The quick shot off the board, and it's good. Makes it single digits, 29-20, 4:35 left to go here in the second.
Second tray of the night for Long.
Dorman gets a step into the lane, tries to hand it off, but Brady Clark is right there, and he takes it away. Now Clark wants to come down, avoids the contact with Dorman, does a nice job, but the long rebound is tipped out off 3 Osage hands and goes right into the hands of Andy Jenkins for Hallsville. Right idea there by Clark. He knew Dorman was going to go up and try and reject that. Did a good job of avoiding all the contact. He just could not get the shot to go. Now the shot up, no good by Gabe Jenkins. He gets his own rebound. The putback rims around and falls. 31-20 here in the second quarter. Maverick trying to go inside to Luke Wolf. Wolf fronting his man up. A lot of contact in there. Winds up being a turnover. Back the other way come Hallsville. Hallsville, Dorman just takes a long step to avoid the contact with Blake Harrison and finishes his layup at the rim. He's got 13 tonight. Maverick back the other way, using his strength to get into the lane. And now Maverick almost forcing a turnover in the backcourt with his own full court pressure, but Hallsville comes up with it. Dorman's got a little bit of swag to him, Steve, and I think that kind of puts a target on your back, but I think he's okay with that. Ball goes on the block. Nice pick and roll move right there. And Brody Brown is going to finish at the rim with the basket. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2. 3:08 left to go here in the second. 35-22 score on the board. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
When it's time for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency matter even more. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll get competitive pricing on Air Ease products. Industry-leading comfort built on over 80 years of experience and innovation. For nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed has proudly served the Lake area and Jefferson City, providing reliable products from reliable people. DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, where comfort meets trust, and they're hiring. Join their growing team today. This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
3:08 left to go here in the second quarter. School of the Osage High School, where Osage finds themselves down 35-22 to a really good Hallsville team.
Yeah, Hallsville doing a good job of just being stingy on defense. They only give up about 50 points a night. We've got 22 here. And, I'm just, what concerns me is just, again, their guards just kind of scoring almost at will here.
Harrison with it up top, gets a step on his man into the lane. Scoop shot off the glass, doesn't fall. Rebound comes down to Hallsville. Maverick tips that pass, comes up with the steal. Long with it. He'll dribble up. A little bit of contact there. He gets hit from behind as he goes to up for a shot. Ball knocked away. Hallsville with it. This is Jenkins with it out on the wing now. Hallsville a reset on offense. Ball goes over to Brahman. He's got Brady Clark in front of him. 2.5 to go here in the second. Brahman hands it off to Jenkins. Jenkins goes right. Tough shot on the rim. Off, no good. Tyler Marshall there for the rebound. Marshall has it for the Indians. Kicks it back behind the defense to Maverick. He'll step into a wide open three. Back iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Clark. Clark gives it over to Marshall. Marshall will step into a 15-footer. He's also off on the back iron. Rebound tipped out, controlled by Brahman. 35-22. Hallsville out in front. Taking their time. Now Brahman gets a step on the baseline, goes right into Brady Clark. An extremely delayed call, winds up being a blocking foul on Clark, and that will make the basket good, and one more free throw coming up here.
First foul of the night on Clark. Brahman, I've got him with 11 here. Score 37-22. 1:45 left in this second quarter. Quarter score, their outscoring is 12-5 so far in this quarter. We're really just struggling to get it in the bucket. Seems to be a lid on it here for the Osage Indians.
Free throw is good, 38-22, 1:45 left to go here in the second. Long up top to Harrison, hands it off to Clark. He'll step into a triple up top, rims around, does everything but go down, and Dorman has the rebound. Dorman back behind the defense, off the hands of Hallsville, and Osage has the steal. And Clark gets it. Left-hand layup at the other end is good.
Second bucket of the night for Brady Clark, running the floor well on that turnover.
Got back quickly, put it in a spot where Dorman couldn't get the block, and finishes the left-hand layup. I'd like to see the left-hand finish there, Steve. Jenkins, he can't get the finish, and Marshall winds up with the rebound. Now Long with it. He'll dribble up, hands it off to Maverick. Maverick dribbles in. 15-foot push shot off the left, no good. Rebound comes down. Brahman brings it back across the timeline, working against Long. He dribbles in. Now there's a double team. Ball's going to be swung around. Dorman has it. Pump fakes. Now dribbles in. Kicks it out in the corner. Brahman right to left. Off a screen from Dorman. 15-footer and good. And it's just a two-man game between those two right now for Hallsville.
14 for Brahman. 40-24 in favor of Hallsville.
Marshall hands it off to Harrison. Tough look in the lane. Can't get it to go. Rebound knocked out. Hallsville comes up with it. 40-24, under a half a minute left here in the second. Brahman hands it off to Dorman. He's got Marshall on him. Neither team in danger of the bonus here. Dorman, a lot of contact out there. Marshall called for the foul with 5 seconds left in the quarter.
First foul of the night for Marshall, trying to trap him up right up against that half-court line. Dorman's pretty talented ball handler. That's going to be hard task to do here.
Ball goes into Brahman with 5 seconds left. He'll dribble up, take the volleyball line three-pointer as time expires. Off the rim, no good. Rebound down to Harrison, and that's how the half comes to a close. 2 quarters of play in the books. Osage down 40-24. We'll take a break, come back with the High B halftime show, and Steve ranks it after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters, they build trailers tough enough for every season. Built to last and built for you. From utility trailers to heavy-duty trailers, they've got the perfect fit for your to-do list. If you need a trailer just for a day, week, or month, DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters offers flexible rental options to fit your needs. Check out their large selection today. DL Truck and Trailer Outfitters, located at the Highway 17 junction in Eugene.
Is your garage door creaking, squeaking, or just plain loud? Hi, it's Paul Dooley with Dooley Overhead Doors. We fix nosy doors with new springs and expert adjustments. And if it's time for an upgrade, we can make that happen using only top quality material and service. In 40 years, we've seen a lot of changes here at the lake, but we're still here because of our great sales and customer service. Let us show you how. Call Dooley Overhead Doors at 573-348-4399.
Tired of settling for low CD rates at your bank? Lock in a great rate at First Bank of the Lake today. We offer some of the best CD rates in the nation. CDs make saving a cinch. They combine security with great investment returns. Don't miss out. Maximize your savings with a secure, high-yield CD. Check out our rates at fblake.bank and lock in a great CD rate today with First Bank of the Lake. Member FDIC. See bank for details.
Hey, Missouri. When you're looking for a reliable pit stop, look no further than Eagle Stop. Family owned with over 50 locations. Whether you're gassing up or grabbing snacks, you'll always get a clean, consistent, and quality experience. And you're going to want to reward yourself with snacks, drinks, and fuel discounts. Download their brand new app today. Earn points with every purchase. Eagle Stop, where your journey is their passion. Stop by today and see why they're Missouri's favorite.
You're listening to Osage Indians Basketball. KQUL Lake Ozark. It's the halftime show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, where we are at halftime between School of the Osage and the Hallsville Indians. And Osage finds themselves in a bit of a hole here at half, 40-24 after 2 quarters of play, Steve.
Yeah, just struggling offensively here to get the ball in the bucket. You know, Blake Harrison coming off the night and scoring 31 points. He's only got 4 here in this first half. Jackson Long with 6, the Magician with 4, Brady Clark with 4, Ethan Wall with 4, and Luke Wolf with a bucket. You compare that to the other side of the ball with Hallsville, and really their points are coming primarily from 2 players. Dorman with 15 and Brahman with 14. And we've talked about how, you know, perimeter defense at times for Osage has been suspect, and that's true here tonight. You got two talented guards just kind of having their way with us when on the offensive side of the ball. We've got to find a way to make things a little more difficult for them here in this second half. So, again, it's almost like the roles feel reversed. Osage is the team that typically is scoring 70 points plus a game, but here we go. The Hallsville Indians on pace to score 80 to our 48. So, going to have to make some adjustments at halftime to make a game out of this one. We've lost both quarters, the first, and really both by 8 points. Lost both quarters by 8 points. That's going to be tough to stay competitive doing that.
Well, it kind of seems like there's been, we saw in that first quarter a miscommunication on, the switches, and that led to some open players. And just when you give, these talented players like Brahman and Dorman these first steps, these kids are fast and they're athletic and they can get right to the rim if you give them the opportunity. And unfortunately, the Osage defense at times is giving these kids a lane. I think, though, even though we've given up 40 points, just Hallsville, much like we saw with Mexico Friday night, Hallsville has turned Osage's mistakes into points. Mm-hmm. There's been, a couple passes that weren't so great. I don't want to say lazy, but they've been not great down here, not crisp, not taking care of the basketball. And Hallsville's really been pretty clean with it. They haven't turned it over a whole lot, but Osage has struggled to turn those turnovers into points where it feels like Hallsville has really been able to take every mistake that Osage made and make them pay for it.
Yeah, I'm looking at just, we talked about shot selection for Osage. And, it's hate to be, it almost, when you're at a halftime list like this, you're down by 16, you feel like I'm just being too critical. You look at our shot selection, our percentage. We're shooting 33% here from the floor in two-point land and 20% from beyond the arc here. You compare that over there on the other side of the ball, Hallsville, they're 15 for 26 for 58%. I don't always get them all, but it's going to be pretty close to that. So, sometimes that's just reflective of a hot night or a cold night, but then sometimes it's just about just taking good shots, running your offense, being patient, and just taking the good shots. And then, like you say, when we make mistakes, and they're flying the other way, and they're just laying it up off the backboard, your shooting percentage is going to be a little bit higher when that's the case.
We'll see what adjustments Osage can make here in the second half. Osage down 24-40 against the Hallsville Indians. We'll take a break, come back with Steve Ranks It, where tonight Steve is going to rank something very near and dear to my heart, something I'm very passionate about and care a lot about. So it's going to be interesting to see what Steve's list is, because there are a billion of these in the world, and we're going to see what Steve's top 5 are in the world of board games, not card games, folks. Don't be saying Uno, Phase 10, stuff like that. That's another another ranking for another time. Tonight is board games, so there has to be a board involved, and Steve is going to rank his top 5 of those whenever we get back. So we'll take a break, come back with Steve Ranks It. It's the High V halftime show. Osage down 40-24. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Since 1977, Kelly's Port has been the trusted name for boating at Lake of the Ozarks. Whether you're chasing fun with the best selection of Bennington pontoons or cruising into the sunset on a luxurious Tiara yacht, Kelly's Port has the answers to your boating dreams. They're the #1 Regal Boats dealer in the nation. Plus, they carry Ski Nautique and Grady White. Sales, service, financing, storage. They've got it all. Kelly's Port in Osage Beach and on the 19.5-mile marker.
What's hot? What stank? Steve's here now and he's ready to rank. If you want to know the top 5 picks, just sit back while Steve ranks it. 1, 2, 3, he's making the list. 4 and 5, you get the gist. Fries, films, whatever's legit. He's the man, Steve ranks it.
Back here at School of the Osage High School. Osage down 40-24 to Hallsville, but it is time for the world's hottest mid-Missouri high school basketball segment in America. It is time for Steve Ranks It. Concept is simple. I give Steve a category. He gives me his top 5 in said category. And tonight, a very, very special category, as they all are, but this one a little more near and dear to my heart, as I have well over multiple thousands of dollars in board games in my collection. I'm a board gamer, Steve, so you better show up big here, my friend.
Dude, as I was coming up with my list, I realized how boring I am when it comes to board games.
Oh, that's going to be great.
When you told me the list and I started, I don't know if I can even come up with 5 games, much less the top 5.
What would you rather rate, like Shapes of States?
Shapes of States. What kind of craziness is that? Well, let's stick with board games.
I guess somebody's never seen Vermont.
So here we go. Mine is a very traditional list.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to start with the top and go down. I'm just going to
number 1.
I'm going to start with number 1, Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, okay.
Any version of Ticket to Ride, I love Ticket to Ride. I'd like to think I'm pretty hard to beat at Ticket to Ride.
Well, let's put this out here. If people out there don't know what Ticket to Ride is a great introduction into the world of board games outside of your general ones that you grew up with. Your Sorries, your Troubles, your Monopolies. Ticket to Ride is like, oh, this is what board games are today. They're more advanced. There's a lot more strategy involved. There's more things and more avenues that you can win. So I think if you're out there listening, you're like, what's going on here? Like, if you want to check out board games and see if it's something for you, a hobby you might like, Ticket to Ride is a great introduction into that.
A modern classic.
Yeah.
A modern classic.
Yeah.
Number 2, the Catan, Settlers of Catan.
Yeah. Again, that's another good one, too, for people
kind
who
of
are
in that same category.
Now, that can be a bit overwhelming because if you go to the store, there's like 7 or 8
True.
versions there. So
and overwhelming maybe the first time you play it as well. That's one of those games you have to play and maybe not like it the first time and just kind of figure out and then play it again and go from there. All right, that's a fun family favorite. Now here, this next one is one of those just typical marble games where you're going around, So and this was something that my family always played when I was growing up. It's called Wahoo. And it's just, you got 4 marbles. You're trying to get it all the way around the board game and back home before you. So that's just good family memories there.
Wahoo.
Yeah. Number 4 is a game I've enjoyed playing with my son. Not just with my son, but I've had some great memories playing Risk.
Oh,
with my
okay,
son.
yeah.
Well, conquer the world kind of game. Love that. And really, that's my top 4. Like, I filled out the list because, I wanted to be top 5. I couldn't put Monopoly on there. Monopoly just is too much of a time investment. And I know that's hypocritical to say after I put Risk on there, but, I don't know. I just couldn't do Monopoly. So I went with Clue.
What about chess?
I thought about chess. And I know that our cameraman, Wild West, is wanting that on the list. Honorable mention for chess.
Honorable mention for chess.
It's just, it's only a 2-player game. If you want to have a good time, with a group of people, chess is not the way to go.
Yeah, Clue's a good game.
Hey, it's all right.
Yeah.
What was almost I'm asking what's your top 5, or what would you have put on the list?
Listen, I'm not even going to give you a top 5. Obviously, I'm very well versed in the world of board games. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, if you want to get in and check out something fun, go look up Crokinole boards on Amazon. Look up the really nice Crokinole boards. Get yourself a Crokinole board. I have never played Crokinole with someone who did not enjoy playing it and wanted to play a million games of it. It is a ton of fun. Think of it as like curling without all of the extra activities in it. Yeah, I know curling really hot right now.
Without ice?
Just without ice. Yeah, there's a board. You have to wax it up a bit, but it is a lot of fun. Third quarter underway here. And Dorman gets it right at the rim for the finish. Osage coming out in a 2-3 zone to start this quarter. Off the screen, Jackson Long's 3 is up. No good. Long rebound comes out. Brady Clark controls it. Goes inside to Harrison. Harrison fakes the handoff. Goes right into Rhodes. Tough shot on the rim. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Tries to go back up. And has the ball knocked away. But they say across the arm. And he'll go to the line for 2. Listen, nobody wants to hear me talk about board games. But I do want to give Crokinole just one more shout out. Just had a ton of fun playing Crokinole. It's a giant circle board. You set it on your dining room table. You sit on each side of the board and you flick these little discs and you're trying to knock your opponent's disc off while placing your disc. It's a ton of fun.
Crokinole.
Crokinole.
I just like saying it.
Crokinole.
Crokinole. I'm not sure I'm saying it right, but I'm giving a good run at it.
First and second free throws no good from Blake Harrison. Can't get either one to go, and rebound tipped around and then controlled by Dorman. And he wants to come back quickly. Ball swung up top. Osage trying to stick with this 2-3 zone here, seeing what Hallsville is going to throw at him. 42-24, a minute into this third quarter, brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Brahman has Long on him. Over to Jenkins. Back over to Brahman. Just working. Looking for that skip pass. There it is. Dorman now down on the block, trying to go inside. Brady Clark reads the passing lane and comes up with the steal. Now Clark up ahead. Hands it off to Maverick. Maverick lost it, but he's hit across the arm by Jenkins as he goes into the lane.
Jenkins with his second of the night.
Baseline inbound coming up for Osage. 2 fouls here in the first minute and a half on Hallsville. Off the inbound, Harrison gets it. Dribbles in. Here comes the double team. Spins in. Now spins around. And the shot up and good.
That's 6 for Harrison. I've got him 3 for 9. A little bit of a struggle here. Every time he gets the ball in the paint, he's getting triple teamed here. They're just really collapsing right down on him.
Trying to go on the sideline off Brahman's hands, out of bounds. And back to Osage. So Osage gets the turnover. A chance to chip into this lead once again. Clark off the screen, looking for Harrison down low. They get it into him. Pump fake, gets a defender off the floor and up and in. We've seen Osage run that play a billion times this year, and it seems like it works every single time, Steve. 60% of the time, it works every time. On the wing, Brahman's 3 is up and good. And that's what you don't want to have happen against this zone defense. And Hallsville just moves the ball around, and Brahman hits the triple. He's got 17 to equal Dorman's 17 tonight. Maverick going to be fouled by Dorman, as Dorman initially knocked it away, dove on the floor, and then came across Maverick's arm. So that's the third team foul on Hallsville here in the first 2.5 minutes of this third quarter.
First foul of the night on Brahman.
Inbound goes to Maverick. He's working with Wolf. Now spins in, picks up his dribble. Cross-court pass over to Long. Long in the lane, lost a handle on it. They're going to call him for a travel as he tried to gather the ball before dribbling it again, I think. Not sure what officially happened there, but it winds up being a turnover back to Hallsville.
I like what I saw with Long trying to penetrate there, get in the lane, get into the paint, go to the rim, just couldn't quite finish.
Hallsville still working against this 2-3 defense, and right there it is. Get it into the middle of the zone and then kick it down to Dorman on the block. And the shots aren't going to come much easier than that, Steve. Wide open at the rim.
Dorman with 19.
Maverick creating some space on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Dorman has the rebound. He'll bring it back. Osage sticking with the zone here. And Hallsville just wants to get it into the interior of this defense and then just hand it off underneath, and that's exactly what happens, Steve. They get it right at 15 feet, and they just put a guy on the block, and he has been open the last couple times.
49-28 in favor of Hallsville. Everything feels easy on one end and hard on the other.
Yeah, Harrison working hard against Rose, and that is a tough angle on that shot. But he somehow got that to go up and in.
Harrison 6 points in this quarter. He's got 10 double digits here.
4:14 left to go here in this third quarter. Brought to you by Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp. Osage back to man-to-man defense now. Dorman gets it, and he'll reset. Right to left. Spins into the lane, goes right into Harrison, throws a shot on the rim, no good, but he's fouled and will go to the line for 2. Substitution on the floor for the Indians.
Blake Harrison with the foul there, his second of the night.
.355 left to go here in the third. First free throw off the front iron from Dorman, no good. Our next broadcast comes to you live Thursday night. We'll be up in Eldon for the Indians and the Mustangs. Another conference/district matchup for School of the Osage.
Ethan Wall on the floor along with Colt Butler.
Butler had a real good JV game earlier tonight, Steve. Helped carry that JV squad to a victory. I think he had 21 or 23. Long has it, knocked away by Dorman, but gathers it. Now gets it on the wing. He'll just step into the 3 and gets it to fall. Long has 9.
All threes.
My favorite cereal. Oops, all threes.
Nice block there by Jackson
Yeah.
Long. Comes out to step up for defense. He kind of has the pump fake. They dribble right by him, but he just kind of follows behind and blocks it out of bounds. Still Hallsville 12.
Jenkins trying to work the baseline there and along with the good defense. Now off the inbound. This is Geisler with it. Goes inside to Dorman. Kicks it out. Brahman has it on the wing. Osage sticking with this zone here. And the pump fake gets Harrison off the floor, and it's an easy finish for Gabe Jenkins. 52-33, 3:09 left to go here in the third.
And that was set up by everything Brahman did. Nice job by the guard there.
Maverick hands it off to Ethan Wall for the finish.
52-35, 2:55 left in this quarter.
Dorman going right to the basket with the spin move.
He's got 22.
39 for the combination of Brahman and Dorman. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Hallsville. And then the alley-oop layup for Dorman. He converts on the other end. Back the other way comes Harrison. He puts a shot up off the glass, no good. Fight for the board. Harrison has 5 Hallsville Indians around him as he goes up for that shot. Can't get it to go, but he'll be at the line. All 5 Hallsville defenders were around Harrison, and he outworked all of them for the rebound. And then goes up, he's fouled, although he is favoring something on that right hand or wrist of his.
Geisler with his second foul of the night for Hallsville.
First free throw good from Harrison. 56-36. Third quarter here. Berkshire Hathaway and Matt Shrimp, the sponsor. Second free throw falls as well.
12 for Blake Harrison. He's the leading scorer for Osage.
Dorman goes away from the screen, spins in, now kicks it out. Three-pointer on the wing is up. Back iron, no good. Weak side rebound down to Heller. Heller kicks it out to Brahman. Brahman dribbles in, tough. Contested jumper, no good. Rebound tipped out and saved out to Dorman. Dorman over to Heller. He'll put up the triple. Back iron, rims around, doesn't fall. Another rebound for Hallsville. That makes it 3 on this possession alone. Now Hallsville will slow it down. Reset with under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Dorman off the screen. He's got Ethan Wall in front of him. Spins into the lane. Here comes the help defense, but the ball off the glass and good.
26 for Dorman here.
In the third. Long working up top. Gives it out to Wall in the corner. Wall goes inside to Harrison. Harrison pump fakes, gets his defender off the floor, and he'll finish the bucket at the basket.
Blake Harrison warming up here in this quarter.
Working hard down there in Nosebleed Alley, Steve. Dorman going to the basketball, knocked out of bounds. They say off of Hallsville, back to Osage.
Tyler Marshall on the floor, going to give Colt Butler a breather.
Nosebleed Alley, you like that? I made that up, Steve.
Did you?
Yeah.
I heard something different earlier.
What'd you hear?
Is that a Drew Phillips phrase?
If it was, I would have said it like this. Long on the wing, three-pointer up, rims around, does not fall. Pesley down with the rebound. I love Drew Phillips. Nosebleed Alley, I love it. Homage to him for that, as he calls it that during the Eugene Eagle broadcast. Miss you, Drew. Hope you're doing well.
Maybe he's listening in.
I doubt it. Actually, I think he does a lot. Dorman has it, then lost it, and then goes up through the defender for the finish. Back behind the defense. Butler on the glass, no good. Rebound tipped out. Butler will track it down, gives it out to Long for the triple. Front iron, off the rim, no good. Butler saves it again, out to Marshall. Now Long, pump fakes the three, out to Tyler Marshall in the corner. He'll put up the triple, and Tyler Marshall gets the three-pointer to fall.
Marshall's first bucket of the night, 60-42 in favor of Hallsville. We have 13 seconds left in this third quarter.
Brahman working against Butler. Butler knocks it away. Brahman controls it. Out to Heller. Heller's quick shot three up, no good. Weak side rebound knocked around, and that's how the third comes to a close. 1 quarter of play left to go here. Osage down 60-42. We'll take a break, come back with the start of the fourth after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
At Lake Regional Health System, excellence is everywhere, in the care of a nurse and the dedication of a doctor. As our pursuit of excellence continues, we're proud to announce our membership in the Mayo Clinic Care Network. Their specialists and research supporting ours, because excellence lives here. Learn more at lakeregional.com/Mayo.
There's a place where you're treated with honesty and respect. A place that believes in you and your community too. A place that wants to help you grow and succeed. A place that is built on giving you friendly, reliable service tailored to you. That place is Mid-America Bank.
We're a bank that's good for you and your community too.
Mid-America Bank.
Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Cool 102.7 and Osage Indians Basketball. Now, back to the action on the court.
Whether it's
Back
a
here,
car
Osage
accident,
High
storm
School, Craig
damage, or
Allen
a fire,
alongside
when the
Steve Adams,
unthinkable
Wild
happens.
West on the camera, Mike Forever Young back in the studio. 3 quarters of play in the books. Osage down by 18, 60-42 at the start of the fourth quarter. Marshall, Wall, Butler, Harrison, Trusty on the floor for the Indians to start the fourth.
Yeah, that quarter was the most competitive we've had so far in this game. We lost it just by 2. Again, still giving up 20 points here to the Hallsville Indians here in those last 8 minutes.
Marshall off a double screen. Shot on the rim. Can't get it to go. Weak side rebound down to Harrison. He pump fakes. Tries to go up into the contact. No call, but the finish at the rim for Blake Harrison.
Blake Harrison with 16 now. 60-44 in favor of Hallsville.
Brahman away from the screen. Harrison just knocks the ball away from him. Comes up with the pick. Now Wall into the lane. A runner off the glass. No good. Fight for the board. Rebound knocked around. Wall controls it for the Indians. Tries to go out to Harrison, but Brahman right there for the steal. Now he comes back the other way. Off balance shot off the side of the backboard. No good, but he's bailed out with the foul call.
See who they give that one to. That's the third for Harrison. We got 7 minutes left to play in this one. Blake Harrison's got 3 fouls. Hallsville at the line.
Fourth quarter brought to you by United Rentals. First free throw, no good for Brahman. Second free throw, no good. Harrison has the rebound. Lead stays at 16. Maverick out to Tyler Marshall in the corner, up top to Harrison. Harrison will hand it off to Colt Butler. Butler towards the screen, now away from it, working down towards the block, pulls it back out. Maverick has it on the wing, 3-pointer up, left iron, no good. Weak side rebound, down to Jenkins. Jenkins working against Marshall. Picks up his dribble in the corner, looking for some help. Cross-court pass, intercepted by Colt Butler. One-on-one against Brahman. Finger roll layup by Butler is good right at the rim. Athletic move there from Colt Butler to get past Brahman.
Butler's first bucket of the night.
Makes it 14, 60-46, 6.5 left to go here in the fourth. 16-footer on the baseline from Jenkins, no good. Fight for the rebound, knocked around. Heller controls it, timeout taken on the floor. As Hallsville wants to get Rhodes and Dorman back on the floor immediately, Steve. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Our next broadcast Thursday night at Eldon, Friday night at Blair Oaks, Monday night at Boonville, Tuesday night right back here at School of the Osage against Camdenton. 5 games, 7 nights. What else are you going to do with yourself in the next week other than listen to Steve and I on the radio calling these games?
I tell you, we are finishing in a flurry here.
I'm glad we get paid mileage because we are covering a lot of ground this week, Steve.
You get paid mileage?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I think Mike Forever Young does back in the studio. That's a different story, though.
The studio guys always get the big bucks.
Well, he also sleeps there.
The studio guys.
So he gets no mileage.
And the camera guys.
Yeah,
they get all the money.
Camera guy gets all the money.
The on-air talent, and I use that term loosely. You know, pennies, peanuts.
We get nothing. Well, you do. Mike and Wes hoarding all the money.
Wish they'd share. Or at least, gosh, buy us a soda or something.
Well, Wes, that's the thing. Wes always drives these away games. He never stops for food. Never.
Well, if he does, it's McDonald's.
Dorman has it underneath the backboard, knocked off of Trusty, out of bounds. Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe Boom will have a Jack in the Box.
You want to see a big spender, you go to McDonald's with Wes Hall. It's fine dining.
Off the inbound, goes inside, and the finish at the rim is done by Pesley.
Pesley with his first bucket of the night.
62-46. Maverick off the screen, wide open three-pointer up top, and the Magician gets that one to fall. 62-49 here in the fourth. 5:47 left to go. Dorman goes right to the basket. They say he's going to be hit. They say on the floor. It's going to be on Tyler Marshall, so a baseline inbound coming up for Hallsville.
Marshall with his second foul of the night. 5 minutes, 36 seconds. Hallsville up 62-49.
Off the inbound. Jenkins over to Brahman on the wing. Three-pointer up. Misses everything, but the rebound by Pesley, no good. Ball out of bounds off of Hallsville as Pesley was fighting with Maverick Trusty. So back to school, the Osage.
Two just wide open looks there for the Hallsville Indians. Couldn't get him to fall.
Yeah, Pesley, right place, right time for that air ball, and then just could not get the putback to go. Lost a handle on it. And back the other way comes Osage. Ball tipped, knocked out of bounds.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ball knocked out of bounds, giving it back to Hallsville. I think we're going to have a little conference here among the stripes. Going to overturn that call, coming back to Osage.
And see, that's the kind of stuff you do to me all the time. I make a call, and then you overrule it.
Mine has no effect, though.
Well, it hurts my feelings. Baseline inbound for the Indians. Marshall, the trigger man, into Long. Long lost a handle on it, gathers it back. Goes over to Harrison, picked up by Pesley on the wing. Picks up his dribble, now Marshall in the corner. Wants to work baseline, lost a handle on it. Goes out to Harrison. Harrison lost his footing, picks up his dribble, gives it out to Long. Long will dribble in. Now he needs some help as well. Looking for someone to give it to. Hands it off to Maverick, cutting into the lane, off the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds off Dorman, sideline inbound coming up. Wonky play there, Steve. Like to see Drew Phillips say wonky. He can't. I'm copywriting that, Steve. Just like he copyrighted
it's not like,
Bloody Nose Alley.
You sound like Steve Carell on The Office when he's declaring bankruptcy. You just can't just
I
say.
declare copyright. Trusty trying to hand it off to Harrison, off his hands, out of bounds. Back to Hallsville. Right idea. And I think that lane was open. Just could not connect with that pass. 62-49, 4:38 left to go here in the fourth.
A lot of ticks off the clock in that possession to come away with nothing here when you're down by 13.
Rhodes goes inside. Pesley wide open on the block. Has to be some kind of miscommunication there. Butler from Trusty, touchdown. And instead he has to pull it down and goes inside to Harrison. Harrison doesn't play football. Puts it up on the glass, no good. Pesley down with the rebound. Harrison has had to work for everything tonight. Still has 16, but the bigs for Hallsville have made it difficult for him tonight.
64-49. 4 minutes left to play here.
Dorman lost his footing on the sideline. Marshall with the defense. Timeout called by Hallsville. Full timeout. We'll take one, 2, 4:01 left to go here in the 4:64-49 the score. Osage down. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Rock Island Insurance, the pro team for your insurance needs. At Rock Island, they keep you on track with coverage you can afford for home, vehicle, property, casualty, and life. Juke the big hits. And let Rock Island Insurance block the way when it comes to your insurance needs. A proud supporter of our Osage Indians. Look them up online and Facebook. Rock Island Insurance, keeping you on track. This is Osage Indians Basketball. Back to the game. Back to the game on Cool 102.7.
About halfway through this fourth quarter here at School of the Osage High School. Osage finds themselves down 64-49, winning the quarter, but they're going to have to get some more points back if they want to come through with a win here tonight, Steve.
Yeah, what do we got? 7-4 quarter score. Osage is up by 3 in the quarter, but that's not. They're going to have to get up a lot more than 3 to close the gap here. Hallsville coming out with the ball after this timeout. Again, give credit to Hallsville, the Hallsville Indians here. They're just not giving anything easy to the Indians, and they've given us a few turnovers here to try to capitalize on, but just defensively they've been stingy. You know, Osage scoring 70 points a game, and we've only got 49 here.
Rhodes back and Marshall in. A little bit of contact there. Good help defense from Blake Harrison. Pesley has the rebound. Harrison knocks it away, and Butler winds up with it for Osage. Now Long with it on the wing. Goes underneath. Marshall. Turnaround shot up off the glass. Pretty athletic move there from the motor, and he finishes off the backboard.
That's what I was going to say. Where's your brother when we need him? Using the board there.
He's an old man. He's got to go to sleep. Jenkins. Ooh, a little bit of a collision out there with Tyler Marshall. Marshall going to be called for the foul, his third.
Love the energy we're seeing from Tyler Marshall. We always see it. That's something consistent we can expect from the motor. He gives it his all every time he steps on the court.
Brahman with it at the timeline. He'll be picked up by Butler. Brahman has good body control out there. Does a good job of keeping the defender away from the basketball. Shot hasn't been there at times tonight, but he looks to be a pretty good point guard person for Hallsville. Shot no good from Pesley. Gets his own rebound. The putback is good, and he is fouled on the putback. So an and one opportunity coming up for the big man.
$66-51. We put that foul on Harrison. He was just standing straight up and down. That's his 4th of the night.
Free throw is good. 67-51. 3:03 left to go here in the 4th. Maverick working baseline, trying to hand it off to Harrison. But Dorman comes up with the steal. Now trying to come down the floor. Colt Butler winds up with it. Long will just step into a 3 on the wing. Front iron, no good. Rebound saved back in by Maverick, but it goes right to Rhodes. Two and a half minutes left to go here. A 16-point advantage for Hallsville. And the way they've handled the basketball tonight, going to be difficult for Osage to make any kind of run here down the stretch. Osage could be looking down the barrel of a 3-game losing streak with a very difficult upcoming schedule in the next week.
Pesley with 9 here. He's having a great 4th quarter.
Long's 3 is up. Back iron, no good. Rebound comes out to Jenkins. 2 minutes left in the game. 18-point advantage for Hallsville, 69-51. Dorman will control it against Marshall. And they call Marshall for the push foul out on the perimeter. That'll be his 4th, team's 5th. Dorman to the line for free throws.
Brady Clark here coming off the bench after the first free throw attempt. Dorman with 28, looking to add to that. He's 6 for 8 from the stripe here this evening.
First free throw, no good.
Tyler the Motor Marshall giving it a breather here with 4 fouls. The Iceman on the floor.
Second free throw is good, 70-51. Maverick fakes the handoff, spins in towards the rim, and finishes a difficult shot between 2 defenders right off the block. Maverick's got 9, sorry.
70-53 in favor of Hallsville, who I believe has led here from start to finish. I don't think we've seen any ties or lead changes here.
Osage led 2-0, I think.
Oh, I do have 1 lead change and 2 ties, according to you.
Now Hallsville just taking their time here. Osage already in the bonus. No fouls on Hallsville here in the 4th quarter. Brahman works it over to Dorman. And Hallsville just playing keep away right now.
Trusty says, I'm done with keep away. He commits the foul. I've got that for his first tonight, yep. Going to the line. Misses the first, got 1 more coming here. Again, score 70-53 in favor of Hallsville. We've got a minute and change here left in this contest. Making the second. Gives him 30 here on the night.
Maverick off a screen, 3-pointer up, rims off, doesn't fall. Rebound comes down to Hallsville. And this is Dorman that'll bring it up. Picked up in the backcourt, gives it over to Brahman. Trying to trap him over on the sideline. Cross-court pass. Pesley rips it down and gives it out to Dorman. And Osage going to have to find some way to shut these players down because it has been a stretch of guys having pretty big games against School of the Osage here, Steve. And we've run into some talented players. We've run into some talented teams. That's just part of this schedule and playing in the Tri-County Conference. But this defense started out the season playing really well, Steve, and it has been a struggle at times against some of these more athletic guards. And we've got more on the horizon as this season barrels towards the end. And Osage is going to have to find a way to get some stops, find a way to get the lid off the bucket, and find a way to get some wins as the season winds down here.
Yeah, primarily if you look at where we're giving up points, it's on the perimeter. I mean, to the guards, not necessarily shooting outside, but just letting the guards of our opposing teams get in the paint and finish. And that's a big reason why we lost tonight. 71-53 in favor of the Hallsville Indians.
71-53 going to be the final score. We'll take a break, come back with the post-game show. Get you set for the rest of this week's games after this. You're listening to Cool 102.7 Sports.
Show your ride some love this month with a new set of tires. At Sunset Tire and Service, they've got the Bridgestone and Firestone tires you need to drive with confidence. From innovative Bridgestone to dependable Firestone, their tire experts will help you find the perfect fit for your vehicle and your driving style. Visit them at 955 Missouri Highway 42 in Osage Beach, or schedule your appointment online at sunsettireandservice.com. Your ride and your wallet will thank you.
Choosing an assisted living community for yourself or someone you love is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. At Stonebridge, we provide care that meets the unique needs of each of our residents, along with social activities that match their passions. This is what peace of mind looks like: an attentive staff and a safe, comfortable environment our residents are happy to call home. That's the Stonebridge way. Visit StonebridgeSeniorLiving.com to learn more.
This school and holiday season, visit your new owners and professional team at your local UPS store next to Deerbergs in Osage Beach. Get printing, a full business center, notary, shipping, and mailboxes. Your red carpet full-service UPS center. UPS makes it easy with realtor, military, and small business discounts. They'll pick up packages for you. Open 7 days a week, backing local schools and surrounding areas. Let UPS back you and take care of your printing and shipping. UPS online or at 573-365-6991.
Custom railing stairs that gleam, awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985 they lead the game.
Bounce back with the Orange and Black at American Sun Control. Mention the Orange and Black and receive 10% off American Sun Control's awnings and railings this basketball season. A proud supporter of our local schools.
American Sun Control, made for you.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you've saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Mills & Sons Insurance and Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people, at 2701 Bagnell Dam Boulevard. Call us at 365-2002 or visit our website at millsinsurance.com. We're on your side because life happens.
Game analysis, stats, and more. It's Osage Indians Basketball. And this is the postgame show on your Indians' hometown radio station, Cool 102.7.
Back here at School of the Osage High School, where Osage falls tonight to the Hallsville Indians. Final score is 71-53. And again, Hallsville got 47 points from Brahman and Dorman tonight. Dorman winds up with 30, not to steal your thunder with the point totals, but just as I said at the end of the game there, it's kind of something that's been unfortunately turning into a trend for the School of the Osage opponents, where the guards are coming out and having big games against School of the Osage. You're going to have to find a way to shut that down going forward.
Yeah, anytime, again, you're giving up, and you summarized it well, 47 points to 2 players, but really, you know, Dorman was primarily the scorer there, 30, and just a lot of his buckets were at the rim. They looked easy. It wasn't one of those nights that you would see, wow, what a, you know, an outlier for Dorman where he just shot lights out from beyond the 3. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
Most of his points came in the paint there. I've got him, in fact, not one single three-pointer. He was 0 for 2 from three-point land. So that's
what was Hallsville as a whole from three-point land? I feel like they didn't shoot many.
No.
They certainly didn't make any.
Well, two for 13. So, you know, it wasn't the three-point game was not the issue. You could argue that our three-point game hurt us, 5 for 20, 25%. But again, they're shooting, if I have my stats right, 66% from the floor, according, to our 43%. But again, just their playmakers in the perimeter, primarily Norman, the ability to get beyond his primary defender, and everything just kind of breaks down from there once you get past that initial defense, especially when you're playing man-to-man. We tried to do the zone for a little bit, but then they had some shooters that could kind of fill the gaps and knock it down and just keep us at arm's length. So a tough night. Harrison had 16, but I think, if you're Hallsville, you're like, okay, we'll give you your 16.
Yeah.
But I'm looking here. Nobody else scores in double digits. Maverick Trusty.
DeLong had 11, according to our scoreboard here.
Okay, I had him down for 9. So I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember when he got it 2 at the basket. But maybe he did.
So anyway, Trusty with 9, Colt Butler with 2, Brady Clark with 4, Ethan Walsh with 6, Luke Wolf with 2. So those are our scores tonight. But again, sometimes when we lose a game, I think, hey, on a different night, we could win that game.
Yeah.
Tonight, Hallsville dominated us from start to finish here. They were the better team from start to finish. So it's hard to have that feel. It's hard to make that statement, Basketball is one of those weird sports where everything can feel different in a different night, but Hallsville for sure looked like a better team here.
Indeed, Osage will fall here tonight. They will move to 13-9 on the season with 4 more games to wind out the year, including Thursday night at Eldon. We'll have the call for you there. But for tonight, Osage falling short to Hallsville. Final score 71-53 for Steve Adams, Wild Wild West, and Mike Forever Young back in the studio. I am Craig Allen. Thank you for listening. This has been a presentation of Cool 102.7 Sports.
This is Classic Hits